Chapter 11 Introduction to CSS. You will learn about what is CSS, advantages of CSS, history of CSS, HTML versus CSS, CSS syntax, comments in CSS, adding CSS in HTML document, CSS background, CSS border. What is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is a language that describes the style of an HTML document. It mainly describes how HTML elements should be displayed on screen. It is generally used with HTML in order to change the style of web pages and user interfaces. What does CSS do? CSS has primarily two main functions. 1. It can add new looks in existing HTML documents. 2. It can completely change the look and feel of a website with only a few changes in CSS code. Advantages of CSS. Following are the major benefits of using CSS. 1. CSS saves time. The major benefit of using CSS is that you can write CSS code once and then can use this sheet in multiple HTML pages, which saves a lot of time. You can define a style for each HTML element and can later apply it to as many web pages as you want. 2. Pages load faster. When you're working with CSS, there is no need to write HTML tag attributes at each place. You can just write one CSS rule for a tag and it will be applied at all occurrences of that tag. So, this means coding becomes less and thus download time becomes faster. 3. Easy maintenance. It provides easy maintenance of web pages as if to make a global change in a web page. You can just simply change a style and all elements will get updated automatically in all web pages. 4. Superior styles to HTML. CSS contains a much wider array of attributes than HTML, which allows you to give a far better look to your web page. 5. Multiple device compatibility. Web pages created using CSS are optimized for more than one type of device. It means by using the same HTML document, different versions of a website can be made available for handheld devices such as PDAs and cell phones. 6. Global Web Standard. It is strongly recommended to use CSS as HTML attributes are being deprecated. So, start using CSS in creating web pages so as to make them compatible for all types of browsers. Who creates and maintains CSS? CSS is created and maintained by a group of people within the W3C called the CSS Working Group. The CSS Working Group creates documents which are called specifications. When a specification has been discussed and officially ratified by the W3C members, then it becomes a recommendation. Brain Dose. The World Wide Web Consortium, or W3C, is a group that makes recommendations about how the internet works and how it should evolve. History of CSS. CSS has gone through some major changes since CSS Level 1 became a W3C recommendation in December 1996. CSS 1 describes the CSS language as well as a simple visual formatting model. CSS 2, which became a W3C recommendation in May 1998, builds on CSS 1 and adds support for media-specific style sheets, etc. CSS 3 is currently under development and includes more advanced features such as animations, border, images, etc. HTML versus CSS. It's really not HTML versus CSS, as HTML and CSS are the best of friends in actual. CSS is a supplementary extension to HTML. Their working is different from each other as follows. HTML. The purpose of HTML is to provide document structure and meaning. We mainly use HTML to describe what elements will go on the page, such as headings, images, tables, etc. Each of these elements, along with their attributes and values of attributes, hold a certain meaning. CSS. The purpose of CSS is to define how those HTML elements will look and how they are presented on a web page. It means we can write an HTML document without thinking about its presentation, as CSS will be used to specify how it will be presented. Even you can change the CSS without having to change the HTML. CSS syntax. A CSS rule set contains a selector and a decoration block as follows. Selector. It indicates the HTML element which you want to style. It can be any tag of HTML like h1, p tag, etc. Declaration block. This block contains one or more declarations separated by a semicolon. Each declaration in this block contains a property name and its value, separated by a colon. A CSS declaration always ends with a semicolon, and declaration blocks are surrounded by curly braces. Property. It is a type of attribute of HTML element. It can be color, border, align, etc. Value. Values are assigned to CSS properties. In above example, value blue is assigned to color property. CSS comments. Comments are used to provide additional information about the code. Comments are ignored by the browsers. Comments in CSS start with /** and end with */ for single line. Comments can also span multiple lines as given below. Example. Adding CSS in HTML documents. There are three ways of including CSS in HTML documents. 1. Inline styles using the style attribute in HTML tag. 2. Embedded styles or internal CSS using the style element in the head section of a document. 3. External style sheets or external CSS using the link element pointing to an external CSS file. Let's learn about them one by one. 1. Inline CSS. With inline styles, style sheet information is applied directly to the HTML element. We add style directly to the specific element where we want the style to apply to. Although it is a quick and convenient way to add styles to an HTML document, but should be used less. Adding inline styles all over a website is a time-consuming process, and updation also becomes more difficult. To use inline styles, add style attribute directly to an HTML element. The style attribute can contain any CSS property. Example. 2. Internal or embedded style sheet. Embedded or internal style sheets only affect the document in which they are embedded. Embedded style sheets are defined in the head tag section of an HTML document using the style tag element. You can define any number of style elements in a HTML document, but they all must appear between the open head tag and close head tags. Example. Brain doors. CSS3 has been under development since December 15, 2005. 3. External style sheets. An external style sheet contains all the style rules in a separate document that you can link from any HTML file on your website. External style sheets are most widely used because with an external style sheet, you can change the look and feel of an entire website by changing just one file. To add an external style sheet to a web page, use the link tag, providing the URL of the style sheet in the href attribute as well as rel is equal to style sheet in double quote. Link tag element is always placed inside the head tag section of an HTML page. Example. You can write an external style in any text editor of your choice but must always be saved with a .css extension. Always remember that a .css file should not contain any HTML tags. Now, let's create mystyle.css file as follows. Note: do not add a space between the property value and its unit. Example, font-size 16 pixel. This is incorrect. Correct way is font-size 16 px. CSS background. CSS background property is used to specify the background effects on element. There are 5 CSS background properties that affect the HTML elements. 1. CSS background color. This property is used to specify the background color of the element. Syntax: background-color value, where value equals color /RGB color code. Example: 2. CSS background image. This property is used to add an image in the background of an HTML element. Syntax: background-image value, where value equals URL that is path of image. By default, the image is repeated so it covers the entire element. Example: note: when using an image as background, always use such an image which does not disturb the text and make a web page not readable. 3. CSS background repeat. This property is used to control the repetition of an image in the background. By default, this property repeats the background image both horizontally and vertically. Syntax. Example: 4. CSS background position. This property is used to specify the initial position of the background image. By default, the background image is placed at the top left of the web page. Syntax. Example: 5. CSS background attachment. This property is used to specify whether the background image will scroll when user scrolls the rest of the page or remain fixed. Syntax. Example: CSS border. CSS allows you to set styles for the border of any HTML element. It also allows you to set border styles for one or more sides of an element. The CSS border properties are used to define the style, color and size of the border of an element. Following are 3 given below CSS border properties. 1. CSS border style. This property helps you in defining what kind of border you want to display on the web page. The default value of this property is none. The border style property can have from 1 to 4 values, that is top, right, bottom and left. 2. CSS border width. This property is used to define the width of 4 borders. The border width property can have from 1 to 4 values, that is top, right, bottom and left. Syntax. 3. CSS border color. This property is used to define the color of 4 borders. Syntax. The border color property to have from 1 to 4 values, that is top, right, bottom or left. Example: you can also specify a different border for each side as follows. Likewise, you can also set border width and border color properties for individual sides. CSS border shorthand property. There are many properties related with borders. To shorten the code, you are allowed to specify all the individual border properties in one property. The border property is a shorthand property for the individual border properties as given below. Example: note: always specify the border style property first and then define the color and width property, because an element first needs a border before having its width or color. Quick recap. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is a language that describes the style of an HTML document. CSS is created and maintained by a group of people within the W3C called the CSS Working Group. A CSS rules set contains a selector and a declaration block. There are 3 ways of including CSS in HTML documents: inline styles, embedded styles, and external style sheets. With inline styles, style sheet information is applied directly to the HTML element. Embedded style sheets are defined in the head section of an HTML document using the style element. An external style sheet contains all the style rules in a separate document that you can link from any HTML file on your website. CSS files are saved with .css extension. CSS background property is used to specify the background effects on element. Background color, background image, background repeat, background position, background attachment are 5 types of background properties. CSS border properties allow you to define the style, color, and size of the border of an element.